A group of pioneer female Maasai rangers in the Amboseli National Park are using soft power to track poachers and wildlife as well. This, coupled with intelligence gathering prowess, has earned them respect and accolades from locals as they achieve feat after feat in local conservation. Here is Trix Ingado with the story of Team Lioness. When one thinks about conservation effort, protecting Africa's wild, and the fight against poachers in the African wild, borderline militant strategies come to mind. An apt impression given the rough terrain of Africa's wild, dangerously armed poachers, as well as the massive economic and heritage loss brought on by illegal poaching. A study by the University of Vermont puts the average loss incurred through elephant poachers alone at $25 million in lost tourism revenue per year. This is owing to the loss between 20,000 and 30,000 African elephants killed for their ivory tusks that are traded through a complex global system of organized crime with its roots in Asia. There is also collateral damage to the environment and local communities. Fueled by poverty, poaching has been determined to accelerate false local economies, deplete natural resources, spread diseases such as SARS, bird flu, monkeypox, etc., depletion of wildlife populations, and habitat destruction. This is Amboseli National Park, situated in southern Kenya and home to Kenya's largest elephant herds. The park has not been spared the ravages of poaching, something that was not lost on the local Maasai community that share this habitat. The Ma community has shared this ecosystem with the wildlife for centuries, so naturally the team tasked to handle the menace would be from the same community. Meet the Lionesses Rangers, a group of 16 professionally trained rangers who are having unprecedented success at tracking wildlife and getting key intelligence from local communities using uncanny, never-before-used methods. Intel that helps nab poachers.
Patrol kwanza tulienda 22 kilometers. Tumekuja tumechoka. Mtu hata uwezi kula umechoka excess. Patrol ya pili tukaenda tukafukuzwa na buffalo. Sasa hapo we are all like, "Hai hapana, acha tu mimi nirudi kama nikakae tu wazazi wangu anilishe kwa sababu kama hii ndio kazi ni ngumu." But wao wakubwa wetu walitutia moyo, wakatuambia mtaenda training, mtatrainiwa na mtakuwa rangers na mtakuwa sawa.
The Maasai community is a traditionally patriarchal society, making the existence of Team Lionesses an anomaly that is working for conservation efforts.
Mimi kuwa driver, ni mimi ndio msichana wa kwanza katika Amboseli ecosystem kukuwa driver. Lakini kitu ilinimotivate nikuwe driver, kulikuwa na incident fulani tumeshaienda cross border, and then kulikuwa mwenzetu alikuwa ana bunduki anataka kulikuwa na hii umba mwitu, so alikuwa anakula wild beast nyingine yenye imeumia miguu. So huyu driver akasema nani anajua kuendesha gari ndio at least ya shoot hizi umba mwitu, so tukakosa. In fact hapo nikafikiria nikasema kwani sijaribu hiki kitu.
Their days start early, and while other typical rangers would set out with a rifle in hand, these women go patrolling Kenya's wild with nothing but a notebook, pen and a pair of binoculars.
Kikaribia mnyama atakimbia, obvious atakimbia sababu wako na ile fear, maybe ni poachers ama nini. Lakini ile sasa ukienda patrols kwa pori unakuta hata mkienda kukutana nao wana graze tu vizuri, au ile hawakimbii, unajua wako safe, so ile unajua unasikia tu uko sawa.
Since the team is drawn from the community they work in, getting intel on poachers is a piece of cake. They are also respected and feared by locals in equal measure.
Yenye tunatumia ku collect informations it's totally different na venye wanaume maybe wakienda kwa field venye wakiambiwa tunataka this kind of information, like for example kama ni community kuna certain information ambayo inatakiwa, tunaenda hapo tunawa approach, tunatumia let me say soft power.
Having an all female ranger team means that they are able to respond to the needs of those first encounters easily as opposed to reaching out to men. The women who are most affected by conflict will likely talk to another female who can understand their predicament from a female perspective.
They demonstrate what their reaction is when accosted by a dangerous animal and how to fend it off without needing a lethal weapon.
Unajua pia wanyama sengine unaweza pata wengine ni aggressive, so ule vile utajilinda pia we pia ukuwe safe. So kuna tu hiyo hatuko armed lakini tuko na hizo trainings tactics ya vile unaweza epukana nazo.
Suffice to say, women taking on duties that were a preserve of men and excelling has been welcomed by those keen to preserve their natural heritage. A lot of their technical skills has been learned courtesy of IFAO and other partners keen on wildlife conservation.
Nasikia vizuri kwa sababu hiyo kazi ilikuja kwanza kama ni wanaume wanafanya. So tumefurahi sana tuliposhikwa mkono pia sisi tunaweza fanya tena vizuri sana kuliko wanaume.
Far from the women using technical know-how, they bring on board soft skills that help them handle conflict situations.
Our reason to take Team Lioness, first of all, is to break barriers, because this is a very male-led profession, but it's also a male-led community. So we are looking at those two things, so break those barriers. But the other thing is that the women are very highly educated, which is a very good attribute because they can learn other skills. We need technology nowadays to be able to protect wildlife, so that's very, very important.
Kuna urahisi fulani imekuwa rahisi kupata information. Kwa sababu unajua kwa community wanawake ndio wanaenda kutoa kuni, wanawake ndio wanaenda maji. So a lot of information inatoka kwa wanawake. So sasa tumekuwa friendly na wale wanawake wenzetu kwa sababu kuja kunihadithia mimi kwake imekuwa rahisi, si kitu yenye kwa sababu wakati ile akiona kwenda kumwambia mwanaume anaona kama atachapwa. Lakini kwa sasa kwa sababu sisi tumekuwa sisi ni wanawake pale na wanaona tuko watoto wao wanatujua sisi tumetoka wapi, imekuwa rahisi sana kupata information. So kazi sasa imekuwa very easy.
After a long day in the sun, the women gather to deliberate on the work of the day and their accomplishments. They also work shoulder to shoulder with their male counterparts and are not a burden. Far from conservation, their work has had ripple effects in the community, inspiring more women to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and get to work in the world of conservation. Trix Ingado, KTN News.
Now today, Kenya joins the world to mark the International Pharmacist Day, and the theme